Guys, here with you again is Great Peak, and today I'm majorly sharing, let me say, the plans. Like, okay, let me say the things I want to get for 2025. Now, I'll give you a background story on why I want to share this. So, I'm currently in school now. When I was in 100 level, I happened to join a business, and through that business, I made up in my mind that I must make my first 10K, $10,000. Then that year it didn't happen. I entered 200 level. I could no longer do the business. I stopped the business. Then went into another thing totally differently. But that goal still kept haunting me until this year. This year, let me say for the past 2 months now, I'll, I'm beginning to see a dim light of what was possible or what is possible. Now, if you follow my channel, you know that I program and at the same time, I recently trade. Now, in a very long time since I stopped that business, I've not realized an actual money for myself. Let me say an actual earning for myself. I have to be very dependent on my parents or my sponsors. So recently I've been able to actualize like let me say within the range of $170 to around let me say 300. And doing that just like doing that when I got that I just invested everything back. Let me say invested 60% back while the remaining 40% I used to guide based on the fact that everything is in Nigeria is just going extremely wild. So that investing back has an assurance of greater reward and greater dividends. And the reason why I want to kind of the goal that has been haunting me, the reason I want to bring it to the name light of everybody so that they can hold me accountable if such thing is not done or if such thing does not happen. Now, it might not be very important to whoever is watching, but I just want it to be a kind of a witness that by the time let say by the time December comes by God's grace next year, or if it does never happen next year, by the time these things start actualizing themselves, it does not seem it happens in seconds. I have I have planned, worked and wished for it all at the same time. I don't know if you get me. Now, this is the I'm not going to be mentioning everything. I'm just going to be mentioning very, very key important things. Now, one of the key important things for me is to like I want to be able to play an active role in the ABS team. I don't know the ABS team is like a tech startup. It's an educational startup that helps students all over Nigeria. We are planning to scale abroad and other but majorly African schools. Yeah. So in order to make their life easier and everything. So I want to be able to play more role in that thing. I want to be a very vital person to that thing. Now, the next one I'm going to be picking out of the things I wrote is I want to get a car for a friend of mine. Now, this friend probably don't need it. Like he does not need it, but the reason I want to get it because he has been someone that has helped me through everything, through everything. There is no way this guy was not available for me, which I'm very grateful. Now the logic behind me getting this car for him is because number one, he told me he might probably be running for a scholarship to travel out, which I know he does not really want, but just based on the fact that our parents believe that this is what is important, that go and further your education before you can have money or something. So I am believing and I am hoping if I'm able to get him that car, his parents will just he will be able to it will be easier for him to talk to his parents that wow, this is what I have going on, this is what me and my friends are working on, and this is what is generating income for us. So I don't need to travel abroad to go and further my studies to make more money. All I need to do is focus on this and travel wherever I want to, anytime I want to do. Now the second thing that I'm going to be pointing out, I mean the third thing is I want to get a car for my mom because she has always needed a car, like for almost 3 years now. That one has been planning to get a car almost 3 years, but just because of me, my brother, extended family, it has been like an impossible. Yeah, I'm even looking at it. I feel she has given up on it. So I want to make that possible. I want to make that possible. Another thing I'm going to be reading out is, yeah, I want to get the one-on-one mentorship on how to build an Instagram team page. Now, the team page I currently have is, I do the outsourcing of the. If you don't know what Instagram team page, just check on YouTube. You understand. So, I do the outsourcing of the content. Like that means I search for the content while someone does the editing. Now, but I've been able to get someone else that will be doing the outsourcing and the editing, so that at least to be a team of at least 3 people. Now the person is not yet on board because I gave the person some tasks to complete to be verified that this is something that is going to do well. And if he's not doing well, you should get off board. Yeah. That's so the mentorship is just probably going to help me to tweak things that are not being done rightly. Now the next thing, the last okay, I'm on the last 2 things. The second to the last is that I want to be able to use this my YouTube channel to bless more people, not just with my words. I don't know, just with like giving people that have results, people that are working on something, not people that feel they deserve it. Now, this is something that Jim Rohn used to say. He said, when kids come to their parents and they ask for money, that it is not advisable for a parent to give the kid money. And the kid come, mom, I need 1,000 naira. And the mom is supposed to look at that child that you don't get 1,000 naira in my house by asking for 1,000 naira. You get 1,000 naira by asking, Mom, what can I do to get 1,000 naira from you? Because I need it. So you get to a stage of deserving or earning what you do. I don't know if you get that. So that's what I want to use this platform to do on my YouTube channel. I want to be able to create like an influence that those that are watching me, they are replicating and they are doing things that are progressing their life. I'm able to sow seed into them to hasten their growth. Now, why the last thing, I have an little issue with this last thing because I feel I'm even going to change it right now. So what I wrote here is that I'm happy and grateful now that I make over 5K every single month by the 1st of December. That's the December is just like a deadline if it does not happen from January to November. So December is just a deadline. But now I'm thinking of putting it to 10K because my actual goal 100 level was 10K. So I'm going to be putting this back to 10K. So that's it for today. So if you've not written your goals, you don't know what to expect, or you feel you don't have, you don't, if you feel your expectation are dead, maybe this is probably a video that will help you. Right, as I am currently right now, I am my bank is blank, sincerely blank. All I'm using to survive is just logic and negotiation. That's what I'm using to survive. I'm on a blank page right now, and I believe by God's grace and by putting consistent effort to the right thing, these things are achievable. So you guys should write your goals also. And don't forget, as you are rooting for me, I'm also rooting for you. Have a nice day and God bless.